Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create the Royal Recruits, the new card from Clash Royale. I'm really excited about today's tutorial because I will not only show you how I created the 6 Royal Recruits, but I will also show you some gameplay, and there's a reason for that. For a very long time I have tried to get to 4,000 trophies and I failed every time. Now I am just one win away to go to 4,000 trophies, and I think this time I go different. I share the gameplay, so I will play in a minute and I will invite you to watch, and hopefully this will give me a lot of luck and I will get the win. But for now, let's jump in. You have asked me a lot to create the Royal Recruits. I'm always going for Royal Rescuer. I'm not sure what I'm going for, but you asked me a lot to create them, so I'm showing some of your comments, and this is why I skipped the tutorial on the Inferno Tower. Of course I will create it, but as there was a new card released, I wanted to go with the new cards with the Royal Recruits. Here we go! Just creating the helmets, and these are quite funny helmets because the Royal Recruits are not able to see a thing. Well, because we can only see their nose coming out of a tiny hole inside this wooden helmet. And to get this wooden texture I went with my scalpel to get a tiny texture on it, and it looked nice. In some former tutorials when I created wood, especially on the Clash Royale creations, I mixed 2 different kinds of brown together in order to get a nice texture. But for this time, as these helmets are pretty thin, I decided just to go with the scalpel cutting in order to get a nice pattern, wooden pattern. So this is the metallic the metal outline or the metal rings outside of the wooden helmet, and these are pretty simple to create. Just be sure to take a very thin layer of the silver clay. If you don't have silver clay, just go with regular gray, for example. This also works great. Adding some more details to the silver rings, and the helmets are almost finished. Now we can work on the top part of the helmets, because this is the place where the blue feathers will be attached, or the red ones. Well, this depends on if you want to go with a red or blue team. So now the helmets are almost finished. This is how I create the feathers. Just take 3 blue balls. One is slightly bigger, and after rolling them out just on one half, put them together and you have these nice decorating feathers. We need 6 of them, place them onto the plate, and now this is the last move on the helmets. Well, it isn't really a helmet, is it? So we are cutting a hole into the bucket for the nose. And this guy has a pretty big nose. I'm using the same flesh color, but threw in some red in order to match the images I found from the Royal Recruits, and placing the big ball right in the middle. And the head parts are finished. Of course, we have to create it 6 times to all the helmets. I could have gone with only one of them, but as I also created the whole skeleton army, I thought it would be just fair to create 6 of the royal recruits, and I didn't care that much about every detail, because when you have a group of 6 characters, you don't spend hours in creating them very detailed, because it is all about the overall look of the whole group and not of one of the individuals. I hope you get that. So I show you how to create the arms and the fingers once, and then I'm creating them 12 times. No, now I only have to create them 10 times. For the other recruits, don't forget to place the thumb right onto the hand, and we can place it onto the plate. And while working on all the other arm parts, let's play Clash Royale to get 4,000 trophies. Okay, wish me luck. Here we go. Clash Royale. Cards received, thanks a lot. Jumping in. Battle. Okay, Legendary Arena, here we go. Good luck with your play, Michelle. Okay. I'm going to distract the enemy. It should look like as if I'm going right, but instead I'm placing my balloon and the bats on the left side, and hopefully I'm getting through with this. I have the zip to protect the balloon, and hopefully it works. I hope so. Yeah, another hit for the balloon, please, yes! The goblins are too much. This was maybe a mistake. I'm going with the P.E.K.K.A. in order to defend the tower. The Hog Rider, oh god, I hate the Hog Rider. Oh, please. Well, what should I go for? Maybe the Wizard to protect the tower. This was a bit mistake. But his left tower is also going down right now. I'm going on both sides right now. Not sure if this is a good plan. Yeah, he knows that the left one is missing, or that he is losing this tower as well. I go with the bats for protection. Same, he's spawning the minions. That was a bad idea. Some distraction. Oh boy. This could be really close. I can't believe it. Always these difficult matches when I'm about to know. Okay, back to the creation, back to what I can do. Yeah, so now it's 2 wins until I get the 4,000 trophies. Let me know if you want to see more gameplay on my channel. Just vote for it. Well, this was really close. Maybe this was a mistake, the P.E.K.K.A. at the end, or it was a mistake to go on both sides. I'm not sure. Well, let's go for the shoes instead of the royal recruits. And I created these very detailed, and this was difficult as they were that tiny, and because I had to create 12 of them. So first I'm going with the foot itself, and after that we are adding all the toes and the big toe as well. Don't forget the big one, and it really should have double the size of the normal toes. Yeah. So now placing all the other feet on the shoes. Are these shoes? Well, they are, but they are called sandals, right? Yeah, I think so. I think I asked you that before. Yeah, and now the brown leather stripe, which goes over the foot on both sides. Maybe the right one is a bit too thick. The left one is good. So be sure to make a very thin layer of this brown stripe. The legs can also be placed on top of the feet. And now let's go and create the wooden pieces of the weapons. And this is also a silver part we need later, but let's first create the sharp top of the lances, 6 of them. I think it would have looked really nice if, let's say, 3 of the recruits would have gotten swords instead of a lance. But, well, now they all have the same weapon. That's just fair for all of them. This will be the protection shield. The shield, and I'm also creating a wooden pattern using my knife for that. And it has the shape of, well, what's the shape called? I don't know. But there is somehow an arrow at the bottom part, yeah, I think so. And the silver outline, which is supposed to be metal, but we are using the silver clay, of course. So now the weapons are also finished. These arrows, there are tiny arrows in one of the shields and also in 2 of the buckets of the helmets. So I wanted to create them as well, and now we can put everything into the oven. Freshly baked parts, body parts of the recruits. And all the assembling may take a while, because these are a lot of pieces. Somehow it felt like playing with Lego. Yeah. So, removing all the parts from the plates, and we start with the first one and some super glue. Let's give him a head first, that he can see or smell. And we are placing the feathers on top of the helmet. And next would be the arms. I created different postures of the arms to create different postures of the recruits. For this one I decided well, it's almost a bit boring. He's just holding the shield in front of him and the lance is coming in his right hand. And almost forgot to show this part. This is the male coat, male shirt he's wearing. And I decided to go with a pen, and I painted all these details because it would have been too much of work to use clay for this male shirt. Now, also placing all and assembling all the other recruits as well. Of course, the top of the lens. And now we go with the details. We have to attach some of the arrows and place them onto the shield and 2 helmets as well. Before the tutorial is over, next week there will be 2 tutorials I'm really excited about. Fortnite, of course, but also a new game I'm creating on my channel. Always curious which creation should be next, the week after next week. Let me know and please participate in the poll. Assembling the last guy and sticking the arrow into his head. And I guess finally that's it! The Royal Recruits! Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial of the 6 Royal Recruits. Let me know what you think, write it down in the comments, and please don't forget to participate in the poll what I should create next. I guess that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching, have a great weekend and take care. Bye! How is it even possible to see with the thing on the head? Wait. Oh yeah, much better.